All right, everybody, Wardrobe here. Got some new stuff about our Iron Cross foreground. I didn't realize foreground made them, but cool. Got these from Badger Games. I feel like I'm forgetting something there. Um, the Tactical Advantage card deck for Iron Cross, it's 18 cards, so it's pretty small. These are pretty inexpensive buy here. And then these small activation tokens for Iron Cross. So I bought two sets. So you could have 32 Axis and 32 Allied. Just to make it so you could have more, just in case you have a bigger game going. I like them. They're way smaller than I thought they're going to be. And I'll take them out of the package here in just a minute. And I feel like they're, actually, I don't know if they're going to pop right out of there or not. So, but I like the look of them. Wouldn't even need to paint them, actually. And then the other thing I got were these hidden counters. So you can mark hidden units and, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. And actually it would have been kind of cool. I should have got maybe 2 sets of these. I mean, I can use paper or something, but 2 sets of these would have been good because 1 and 1 and 2 and 2 correspond to them. All right, let me, I don't think there's not going to be much here, but I'll open up the cards, and we'll take a look at them. All right, well, here we go. We got the things open, got a few punched out here. So, I mean, they punch out pretty easy. Just kind of start them and swirl around and do that. The only reason I could think to paint them, the main reason, is that it would protect them, but then those aren't raised enough to, oh, no, actually they are. I don't know. Not sure about that. And then these are the same thickness of those, same exact kind of thing. I don't know. Let's see what happens there. Boom. Got it. Yeah, it's pretty good texture, actually. So you might be able to paint them, but I think they'll be fine. So, and I guess these are for the command. I'm not really clear what that's about. Why? Because the command gets an extra one. And so I got 32 of those, 32 allied, 32 hidden markers. It's kind of funny. I guess you just put your units in order. So there's that. Oh, they aren't the same size. Oh, they're a little smaller. And then these cards, I'm not going to go through all of them, but let's just look at a few of them. So they have a cost down here. This says it's because it's with the, I think that just means it's the standard rules. And that's just the card number. And then the cost in command tokens here. And so you can, like, you know, play with an infantry detachment, hits an enemy infantry detachment or support unit, and then converts the casualty. Then you could add another one. So you could add 3 morale markers. And so when they say hits or converted casualty, they just mean morale markers in this. Rapid fire after firing an anti-tank gun, roll a d6. On a roll of 3 more, take an extra shot. I mean, these are pretty good, pretty strong actually, but not a game changer or anything. Demoralized. Regroup, play when you have an initiative, remove a single morale marker, pour it on him, play on a firing unit, may re-roll any failed hit or casualty roll, play on a friendly unit vehicle. For this turn only, the unit may re-roll all failed activation. I mean, the whole turn? That's pretty powerful. Re-roll all failed activation, reaction, and to hit rolls. Dang, dude. And then intelligence, play to negate the effect of an enemy tactical advantage card. So anyway, shoot, I should have had the rules. Let me see if I can find the rules. And anyway, these are really nice. They're pretty nice cards. I don't know if I'll put them. I may put them in sleeves protectors. But the cool thing is, people have made some for like certain battles. Like one guy made them for the Winter War. He's kind of busy with some other projects, so it'll be a while before he can get them. But you can make them for a particular scenario, like maybe, you know, what's his name, Gravener that comes across the bridge. Maybe you could give him something. Maybe the guy's in Arnhem. Who knows? I mean, you can think of all the reasons why to make something. Audie Murphy. Certain effects of that particular battle. Maybe the tanks renew, Panthers renew at that battle, and so they could fail. I don't know. You use all kinds of things. Let me see if I can find the rules so we can kind of see how you use these in the game. All right, so just a minute. All right, so how this works is there's 18 cards here, and they suggest you would get rid of 2 cards, you know, shuffle them up and get rid of 2 cards, and then everyone would, so at least 14, then 2 players get 7 cards, and then you don't tell what the player has, but then you can switch 1 card randomly, I would assume. Doesn't, yeah, so, oh yeah, so each player playing discard 1 card for one of the remaining cards next. So you could, like, I don't want this one, and get rid of that and get this other one. No, you could get a worse card, but if it's a bad card anyway, who cares? It does not count as an activation, but it still may cost you an activation token. And that's that. So it's very simple. It just adds a little bit of something. So if I just a little aside real quick. So Iron Cross I've tried a few times, and I've always felt it kind of feels a little flat to me. Like I'm like something's just not. And I just reading on the Iron Cross group or on a Facebook or a YouTube post, I can't remember which, but a guy was saying who plays it a lot and really likes it. He said it's a very simple game, and it really is. And you think this should be more complicated, but it's not. It's pretty much what it is. But because that it can maybe be a little too simple, if that's, which I think is possible, where you just kind of like, there's just not much here. Well, with the cards, that can throw something at it. I printed off someone, I don't have his name, have some cards for when you are, if you're hidden. And so you can also kind of helps you with, and he also made an AI, which I'm not usually a fan of the AI, but this one is pretty cool. So like if the person has aggressive orders, and you roll 11 or more, you can ambush and fire. And I've watched one game with him playing it. It seemed pretty cool. And it's one of the channels I just recently recommended, and I can't remember which one it was. That's embarrassing. He also made these cards, and you can get them from him. But you can put these cards in, and when you look for somebody that's hidden, some things can happen. So there's some ways, and someone else has made some other little rules to kind of, because it is so simple, you can add some rules to make it a little bit more interesting, and I think that's what it needs, a little bit of variability, a little bit of challenge to think through on, some of the tactics and stuff, perhaps. So that's that. So I'm going to give it a shot with probably not the AI first. I'll probably use this, and these are just features, but I'll use some of these cards, and we'll try that. All right. Well, so that's it. That's what I got. The Iron Cross from Foreground. I got them from Badger Games. You can get them from the Iron Cross Great Escape game site. Hidden counters and activation markers, and the tactical advantage cards. So that's that. Thanks a lot, everybody. You know the routine. Subscribe, smash that bell, blah, 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 blah. All right, bye.